2 a.m. Christmas morning. Yeah, this is the best time to be streaming. Hey, Mary. Hey, Barbara. Sorry, I was just talking to myself there. I was just talking to myself while waiting for people to show up. Can't say I'm particularly expecting a lot of people tonight. Because, yes, it is 2 a.m. on Christmas morning. Yeah, I get that. No, luckily, I do have tomorrow off. I do have Christmas Day itself off. I work Boxing Day, work Christmas Eve, work Boxing Day. So I've got the day before and the day after. But luckily, I do have Christmas Day itself off. So I will be getting to go have dinner with my mom and my brother. You work Boxing Day too? Yeah. I mean, Boxing Day is actually pretty common to work. Boxing Day is definitely common to work. And I suppose Christmas Eve is common to work as well. What's my mom making? So she and my brother are cooking together, I think. We're going to be having roast beef. Uh, my brother, for the past couple of years, my brother's been saying that, like, having turkey on both Thanksgiving and Christmas, like, it's too close to each other. It's too close to each other. So this year he's decided that we're going to have roast beef instead. Which I'm fine with. I like roast beef. I like roast beef way more than I like turkey. Hey, Simone. My brother actually usually handles the cooking for most meals, like for any special meals. Has for a few years now. Don't wash dishes? No. No, I don't. I basically do nothing. Yeah, he cooks at her place, yeah. Hey, Anunnaki. I don't know who Bobby Jean Carter is. Yeah, I don't help at all. I help by staying out of the way. To be fair, I mean, there's no room in the kitchen. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's awkward, so. Aaron Carter's sister. Aaron Carter is pop singer, right? I don't really know much about him either. So I guess shame for that family. Gifts or wine. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's Christmas, so I will be bringing them presents, Christmas presents. But, you know, most times I don't really bring anything. Man, even with it being, I'm not giving them any of my ponies now. Ugh. Even despite it being a holiday, I'm still actually gonna have to get up probably slightly earlier than I normally do. Because I need to shower and then head over there. Try to get there for around try to get there for around 5ish. Tomorrow? No, I'm not working tomorrow. It's Christmas Day. I have Christmas Day off. I do remember, Barbara. Yeah, there's just getting down wouldn't have been the problem. The problem is that I had no way back. Like I could take an Uber down, but I wouldn't have been able to come. Like there was no way for me to get back from Cornwall to Ottawa. Okay. I am not wearing it. It's winter in Canada, Simone. I'm not wearing my winter jacket now. Wearing my winter jacket. I'm not wearing my leather jacket. I'll be wearing my winter jacket. Though interesting, it is actually going to be slightly above freezing tomorrow. As a leather jacket. I mean, not in the past couple months. Like now, once the cold weather set in, maybe like a month and a half. So yeah, it hasn't been worn in a couple months because of the it's been cold weather this time of year. Yeah, apparently, it is actually going to be it's going to be just above freezing. Like just barely above freezing tomorrow. That said, close enough to freezing that I'm still wearing my winter jacket. Hey, Earthy. Still going to be too cold for my leather jacket. I need a little bit more warmth than it provides. Hey, Christy. I do not have a girlfriend. Then I'm not really looking for anything. Am I expecting presents? I don't know. I didn't ask for anything, so hey, rapper. I didn't actually ask for anything, so it's hard to tell. Never sent a list or anything. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Simone. I'm still using he, him for now. Still using he, him for pronouns for now. But, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll be bringing them presents. Bring them the things I normally bring them. Have I ever taken back something I didn't like? I have not. But I mean, generally I'm pretty okay with whatever they get me. Usually it'll be things that I ask for anyway, so. So no need to return anything. Plus, I'm lazy. Joe looks comfy. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty nice. Yeah, even if I didn't like anything, even if I didn't like something, returning it takes more effort than I would be willing to put in. So, fuck it. Tube socks and a couple of brown shirts and maybe a bottle of Old Spice and some beef jerky. Can never have too many socks. Yeah. New t-shirts. Always nice to have new t-shirts as well. Hey, Llama. Hey, Patty. Need a PO box? Fu Manchu. Um, I don't know that I can actually grow one. Those tend to be long. I don't know. I don't know that I could actually grow a Fu Manchu. I feel like my beard, like it just sort of, this is about as long as it gets. Beyond this is just like really, really scraggly. I mean, it's already pretty scraggly. So yeah, Fu Manchu. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that'd be the right choice for me. I've been surviving. As far as getting a PO box, I mean, I don't know. They're expensive enough to not feel worth the effort, I think, is my feeling. Because they do cost money and I'm cheap. Even though I can quite easily. Vancouver Airport lets you smoke a joint. I mean, I would imagine not inside the airport itself. Non smoking. No smoking in airports. Don't worry about it, Christy. Giant stuffed unicorn big enough for you to mount? That'd be expensive to ship. You have any idea? Like, shipping is expensive these days. Stupidly so, frankly. It's out of control. Deserve thoughtful things? I mean, sure I do. Of course I do. But it's just, it requires it requires me setting it up. Not here ever. I work a lot. I was hoping you're doing well. Yeah, it's exactly, Christy. It's a hassle. Of course, I deserve thoughtful things, but it's a pain in the ass arranging to have them. It's a hassle arranging to get them. Honestly, I'd rather just get nice things for myself every once in a while. I can just get myself nice things whenever I feel like. Buy yourself beef jerky and hold my own hand. Yep. I've never had beef jerky. I don't know. I feel it just seems beef jerky just seems like really rough to me. Like really, just just seems like it'd be really chewy and I don't know. What am I doing for Christmas? Visiting my mom. In a perfect society, would not need to work. I mean, I would definitely be down with doing nothing, being paid to do nothing. Though, having said that, it's actually slightly the opposite. Universal basic income would actually like go a long way towards getting more people working. True crime. I am not an Anunnaki. Universal basic income is actually a great way to get people working. Every time it's tried, it works. Hey, Elf. Because basically, what UBI does basically is like it's really good at relieving like stress related to working. So, you know, It ironically makes working easier. New Year's resolution? Bleh. Not bothering. I don't bother with New Year's resolutions. I never keep them. Weight goals? What do I care? I suppose why not? Why not? Let's weigh me. Let's weigh me. 180. I'm still 180. I have neither gained nor lost any weight in like 2 years. Or at least a year. I have not gained or lost any weight this entire year. I have been 180 pounds all year. Which is hilarious to me somehow. Ballroom dance class. We had a rich older woman who wants to travel companion. I will say, if I were rich, traveling is exactly what I would do. If I were rich to the point of like not needing to work anymore, if I had basically just like unlimited money, hey Pika, if I had like basically unlimited money, never had to work, could do whatever I wanted, yeah, I would just travel. I would spend years traveling. What I'd probably do is like I'd fly off to if you had unlimited money, you would be Batman. Oh hell no. I'd fly to like Scotland. I'd want to go to Scotland like around the time of the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. See the military tattoo. So head out there probably 2 or 3 months before the Fringe Festival. Travel around travel around Scotland a little bit. Make my way down to or maybe like start in Ireland, then Scotland, then England, then hop on over to the continent, travel around continental Europe, gradually make my way east and just like see like just like see the world basically. Start in the west and just gradually make my way east. Travel mostly by train or something probably. I'd imagine I'd probably travel mostly by like train, not plane. I wouldn't be traveling like aside from the flight over. I wouldn't travel by plane. Planes are particularly bad for the environment. Middle East, yeah. See Middle East, and then the actual East. Yeah, like I said, this is something that it would be years that I would be traveling just Europe and Asia alone. Just Europe and Asia alone would probably take me years. just because I'd be seeing so many seeing so many things, and like spending time. Because I'm not particularly good at traveling, solo or with a friend. I mean, if I've got unlimited money, then I don't know. Because I'm not particularly good at traveling, so once I get to a new place, I'd probably want to spend a day or two recovering before going out and seeing sights. I don't know. I'd probably want to arrange to for any particularly cool events in a given location. Someone make me a sandwich. I'd love to help you with that, but sadly, I'm unable to help with your sandwich. I can't help with your sandwich situation. You wouldn't want me helping with your sandwich situation anyway. I feel like I would make a shit sandwich. Yeah, like I just feel like I would not make a particular like I just don't feel like I would be good at making a sandwich. You're like, oh, it's a sandwich. How hard it can be, but I just think that I would still somehow find a way to fuck it up. What I have for dinner? Microwave dinner. I think it'd be like buttering the bread. I think actually that's where like I don't know. I feel like I would probably suck at like spreading shit on the bread. Hey, now I would be really worried about like spreading it like I don't know, like just hey, average dude, like just spraying away that just like ends up like basically ruining the bread, like end up cutting like right through the bread or something like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where I'd fuck up with making a sandwich. So sorry, Earthy, but I am not the one to help you with your sandwich. You'll need to find someone else. South Park Logan Paul? No. The last time I watched South Park was that Cartoon Wars two-parter. That was the absolute last episode of South Park I watched. And that was what, 10 fucking years ago? More than 10 years ago. I feel like that was like 15 years ago or something. No. No, I don't fucking care about South Park. I have no respect for Stone and Parker. Like, I don't actually respect South Park as a show because it's, hey, Peter Parker. Because like their whole philosophy is that caring is stupid. And I mean, it's such a mean spirited show most of the time. You know, like when I, like, fuck Logan Paul. Logan Paul's an asshole. But I frankly don't need to see South Park's take on Logan Paul. Because even with me thinking that he's just an asshole, even then, I'd still think that their take is just like mean spirited in a really shitty way. Like the Paris Hilton episode. I remember the Paris Hilton episode way, way back in the day. Still well after anyone had stopped caring about Paris Hilton. Like, they were like 4 years late with making fun of Paris Hilton, frankly. Everyone else had already moved on from her, several years prior. But I don't like Paris Hilton. And even so, I thought the Paris Hilton episode was just assholish. I'm just like smug and we're so much better than they are, and we're so much better. How's she famous again? So I mean, basically for being a like she got like reality TV. She's famous for reality TV. You know, she's a Hilton. She was born into wealth and privilege, and you know, being rich, being a Hilton, meant that she could get into parties. So that was basically how her career, if you want to put it that way, started. Was her partying a lot. Having Paris Hilton show up to party at the club was sort of a prestige thing. So she'd show up at a bar and she was a party girl. She was an it party girl. And then that sort of spun out into her and was it Nicole Richie? Nicole Richie, I think. The two of them getting that the reality TV show. And then from there, once she got a reality TV show, she was popular for reality TV. Don't like her. Nah. Nah, I don't like her. I think she's not as stupid as she presents herself as. I think she is as self absorbed as she presents herself as. She was born into immense wealth that she did nothing to earn, and she does not use that wealth to make lives better, to make life better for other people. She's a billionaire. She's a billionaire, and there's no such thing as a moral billionaire. The fact that she's famous for partying, whatever. That's I don't care. I don't actually care that much about that part of it. She advocates for kids, but again, like she could just like what is she advocating for? Like advocate for kids. Like I mean, she could just spend $50 million to just fucking improve a whole shit ton of schools. Just find underfunded schools and be like, hey, here's $250,000 for this school. Get yourself some new books and shit. This school needs some renovations. Make it a full $1 million. Well, we'll do some renovate. Get the school renovated over the summer. Buy some new supplies. There you go. Just do that over and over and over to a few hundred schools. What's her philanthropy? Kids and teenagers are abused at camps. Cool. What nationality is Santa Claus? Fictional. South Park made an episode with Bayou. Would you see them? Well, no, because they know because satire is protected speech. Hey, kill face. You know, what South Park does is shitty, but it's still protected speech. It's, how about that roast beef? Yeah, I'm looking forward to the roast beef. Just got done setting Santa out and making some sauce. Sounds good. Didn't Tom Cruise try to stop them? I have no idea, Anunnaki. I do remember that their episode all about Scientology, the credits were all fake names. You know, for the credits of that episode, it was all like some fake names that they put. I don't know if that was. I suspect that was for comedic purposes that they did that. What is Scientology about? It's about a shitty sci-fi writer deciding to make a cult. Basically, L. Ron Hubbard wrote a shitty sci-fi novel and decided, hey, uh, there's way more money to be made leading a cult than there is as a writer. So he used that shitty sci-fi novel as the basis for a really stupid ass cult. There's aliens in our blood or some shit like that. Isn't he racist? Oh, probably. I would imagine that Elrond. I mean, he's dead now, but yeah, I would imagine he was probably racist. He wrote comic books. A novel. He wrote a novel. Dianetics, exactly. Which, like I said, it was a sci-fi novel and a bad one. At least from what I've heard about it. Yet somehow he managed to turn that into. He managed to get a whole lot of people to sign on because people like. Because there's always people who like to be fooled. I think that's what it comes down to. Is that why Tom Cruise is weird? I mean, I think it might be the other way around, you know? He joined Scientology because he was weird. One of the best Scientology docs I've watched is Clear Explains a Lot. Yeah, Heaven's Gate. But I mean, it's kind of the same thing that gets people into conspiracy theories. This, like, I think Scientology, people bought into it for the same reason that a lot of people buy into stupid conspiracy theories, which is in a scary world, it feels good to feel like you. First of all, to feel like there is actually some sort of order going on, and to feel like you're in on a secret. in on the secret. That you know something everybody else doesn't. Tiffany, who's sort of the mustard cottage cheese and hearts upon the trend as a Scientologist. Jim Jones. That was shit. Which one was Jim Jones? Jonestown. That's right. Jim Jones was the Jonestown thing. Yeah, like people buy into people go for cults because it's like it's comforting to know. I don't know, it's comforting to believe that there is that all the terrible shit that happens is sort of not just random. That it's not just random shit. That there is a level of order. And people also like to think that people like to know that know things that other people don't. They like to believe that they're in on the secret, that they've seen beyond the veil. Whereas I get that satisfaction by knowing indie music that nobody else knows about. Branch Davidian still on the Waco land. It's open for anyone to walk right up. I did not know that. That's pretty interesting. Waco. What a clusterfuck that whole thing was. Remember when the US government bombed that city? Which one? There's been a few. Philadelphia. Yeah, like bombed a black neighborhood. Like it bombed a black neighborhood, right? For just no fucking reason, basically. They just yeah. I think that was a little bit before my time, but I've heard about that. Can't remember why. I mean, racism. It was because of racism. Yeah, 1985. The 1985 Move bombing. Oh, right. There's a Black Liberation Organization, Move. Uh, there's a Black Liberation movement and police had gotten into a standoff with them. So the police dropped a couple bombs on the house they were occupied in. The fire then got wildly out of control. 6 adults and 5 children were killed in the attack. 61 homes evacuated over 2 city blocks, and 250 people left homeless. So, yeah. Would they do that to a white neighborhood? Nope. No, they absolutely would not. Like, we know what they do with. Well, I suppose. Hey, Shannon. Notwithstanding Waco, I suppose. Christmas morning in Ireland right now. Yep. Merry Christmas, Shannon. So, they did. There was Waco. Um, but what was that thing like a bunch of years back? There's this white militia that took over some government land. We're just sort of a bunch of an armed white militia took over government land, and there was a standoff that lasted for it was a good week or so, wasn't it? A good week or two that the standoff continued. I mean, no violence. Police never resorted to violence. Yeah, wasn't that one? No, no. This was like I don't know, fucking New Mexico or Nevada. Like it was middle of nowhere. Like it was one of those. Indigenous? No, 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 no. No, this is a bunch of dudes who like just taxation is theft type of people. Government can't tell me where I can let my cattle graze. They can't tell me where my cattle graze. The bunt in Nevada. That might be it. Yeah, like a Bundy's. Yeah, something like that. Like some right wing militia group. Yeah, a right wing militia group took over some government land. There was a standoff last for a good couple weeks, as I recall. And ultimately, it ended peacefully. Which, glad it ended peacefully. It's very good news that it ended peacefully. I'm inclined to think that if they had been any color other than white, it would not have ended so peacefully. if some armed black men or some armed Latinos took over some government land, they there probably would have been some fatalities. Oklahoma bombing was technically caused by government. I mean, in the sense that the dude who was behind it was, you know, former military, so trained by the But no, that guy was just he was the Oklahoma City bombing was yeah. He was not working on protesting Waco. True, but he was not working on behalf of the government. On the topic of Waco, I will say uh, there's something going down in Waco by is it the Indelicates? Shit. Yes. Uh, something going down in Waco by the Indelicates is a really good song. The Indelicates had an entire album, did a concept album, David Koresh Superstar, that sort of inspired, like just all about Waco. Whatever, LAPD, Christopher Dorner. Don't really remember that. I don't think I do remember that one. Christopher Dorner rings a bell. The name Christopher Dorner rings a bell, but government hadn't gone to Waco, like they wouldn't have bombed up. I mean, hard to say that, but it's still like, he made the choice. He made the decision. That is on it's on his head entirely. You can't. It's not on anyone's head but him. And beyond that, I mean, saying he wouldn't have done it, can we really be sure? I mean, let's be honest. Police and governments are always going to do shitty things. There's no getting around it. Police, FBI, all those agencies, shit's gonna happen. Um, there's always a reason to be mad at them. So, would McVeigh have found another excuse? He might have. Ruby Ridge. I don't really remember Ruby Ridge very well. That said, Albright should have gone to prison. Eleven-day siege of a cabin occupied by the Weaver family in Banter Country, Idaho in August 1992. Yeah, I was 7, so I think I heard the name Ruby Ridge, but I would have been way too young to really know what was going on there. But yeah. So 92, so that would have been the Bush senior administration, as I recall. Anywho. Gotten any Christmas texts? Nope. How's my day? Very quiet. Yeah, it was, Christmas Eve, yeah, not really many people emailing or live chatting. Not many people looking for assistance on Christmas Eve. So, spent a lot of time reading Order of the Stick. I've been making really good progress in. I fell way behind in Order of the Stick, so I've started over. I don't know, like a week ago, or maybe just this past week. Yeah, a few days ago, I started a reread of Order of the Stick. So I was able to make some pretty good progress on it tonight. I'm now 400 strips in. Woo! Hey, I am nearly a third of the way back through. I'm on strip 400 out of just shy of 1,300. So only 900 more strips of Order of the Stick to go to get caught up. Though by that point, there'll probably be like another bunch, but maybe not that many more. Maybe a few dozen more. I also really need to get caught back up on Ogloff. Fell way behind on Ogloff as well. The issue with that one is that one has alt text. When you sort of scroll over the image, scroll over the images, and I don't know how to get alt text on the phone, like when I read it on my phone. I don't know if there might be a way. I might, once I'm caught up in Order of the Stick, I might look to see if there's a way to read alt text on phone browser. Because it's certainly not a webcomic that I can read on the job, like on like. What did I get my mom? Chocolates. It's certainly not a webcomic that I can let my work know that I read. Because, yeah. Why not? Why can't I let work? Tell you what, Hanok, if you're curious why I don't want my job to know why I would be reading Oglaf, look it up yourself. Oglaf. Oglaf is how you spell it. Feel free to look that up. Feel free to read the comic yourself, and see if you can tell. See if you can tell why it's not something that I would be reading, where my job can tell that I'm reading it. Not that I would read any comic on my PC, on my laptop, on the job, because like they do have like the work from home. There is software that I'm pretty sure they can see what I'm looking at. So like I wouldn't be reading any webcomic on my computer at work while I'm working. But that one, of all the webcomics that I read, yeah, Australian. I think the creator is Australian. I think the creator is actually Australian. Just Brooke. That is very much not what makes the comic a creators. Yeah, the creators of the comic are Australian. That is not what makes it notable. That is very much not even the slightest, the most notable thing about it. Like hentai. Um, hey, Capone. Not like hentai. pornographic. It's pornographic, but it's also comedy. Mostly it's comedy. And some of the strips are actually completely safe for work. Like there is a fair bit of comedy in it that is like just completely safe for work. One of my favorite, weirdly enough, one of my favorite strips of that I've read from it is entirely innocent. There's these recurring characters, uh, explorers looking for the Fountain of Youth, and like they're trying different fountains, and one of them they try a fountain and it doesn't seem to do anything. And like the guy mentions that it doesn't seem to do anything, and the dude and like one of them said, and the other dude mentioned wonders if it's the Fountain of Doubt, and there's like, does such a thing even exist? And then just a couple of beat panels, and we're like, subtle, isn't it? Completely safe for work and really stupid. Like it's a really stupid joke too. But it is it. I do love it. So there's plenty of jokes. Like there's plenty of strips that are safe for work, but there's a lot of others that are just straight up porn. Oh, thanks, Capone. That said, it's comedic porn. Comedic porn. Yeah, I'm talking about Oglaf. Really funny, really fucking pornographic. How is that possible? I mean, because the sex will be used to set up a punchline or as a punchline, or I don't know. Read a few strips and find out. Maybe there's a laugh track. Well, it's a comic, so no. It's it's just it's a comic, so there's no laugh track. But like it's a comedy comic that has porn in it. It's like I'm not just read a few strips and you'll see what I mean. Anything special? Yeah, I'll be visiting my mom and brother. I'll be going over to my mom's place, and three of us will have dinner. It is great. We live near each other. Not really. He lives another part of town. It's not a big city anyway. Like it's not. It's nothing in the city is more than a 15-minute drive. so neither of us drive. We don't. Yeah, I mean, we get along well enough. I mean, we're not particularly close. We don't really chat. We don't really talk much, but we get along. All I ever wanted was to have a healthy relationship with your brother. I want to have a healthy relationship with your brother as well. And by healthy, I mean sex. I want to have sex with your brother, Killface. Merry Christmas. Your present is that mental image. What we talked about during dinner? I don't know, just whatever. You would punch a hole in the wall because he's a Kyle. I'm not sure what him. I'm not sure what his name has to do with it. Family always ends up talking about politics. Yeah, I mean we talk about politics as well. It's not his name. Well then why did you call? Well then why did you call him Kyle? I don't know why you're calling him Kyle if his name's not Kyle. Did you forget his actual name? So you're just calling him Kyle because he can't remember his actual name? Because I mean that might be why you don't have a great relationship with him. You should make an effort to remember your brother's name. Poor Kyle. Poor not Kyle. Yeah, poor not Kyle. It's a stereotype. I've never heard of I've never heard of that stereotype. Like I've never heard of a Kyle as a type of dude. Like I don't know what it means for someone to be a Kyle. Chad, I've heard of Chads. It's like Chad before Chads. Ah. What's interesting is that Chads don't have the same reputation anymore. Like I feel like the internet, you know, Chads are seen more positively than they were, you know, even a decade ago. Shia, not to me. Yeah, but I don't know. I see it. Like the Virgin blank before, the Virgin blank versus the Chad blank, and the Chad is like really the cool guy. Yeah, Chads are walking red flags. Like that's what they used to be, but I mean, somehow the internet has decided like the Chads are the hot guys. I'm like, I don't know. I seldom see Chad used as a pejorative anymore. I see it more commonly used as a positive than a negative. Yeah. Okay, that guy's a Chad. That guy's a total Chad. What's a red flag to you? I don't know. A lot of obvious things. Possessiveness is definitely a red flag. Someone tries to control who you're. Someone tries to control who you're allowed to talk to. That's a red flag. That's a problem. Beyond that, I don't know. A lot of obvious things. And to gym time spent with, of course, planned workouts and counting calories at the meeting. Anywho, I'm gonna get going for tonight. Um, I have no idea what time I will be back from my mom's. Like, no idea when I'll be eating, how long I'll stay there after we eat. So, no idea what time I'll be going live, but I will go live later. So, thanks for coming. And good night, everybody.